We're joined now by the head coach of the Nittany Lions, James Franklin. Tell you what, 4 years of me doing this every day, 85 and sunny every time I've been here for Media Day. But appreciate the time, Coach.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's sunny right in our face, so you're handling it a little bit better than I am right now. I got to get my eyes adjusted from that press conference.
4 camp practices in so far. Not only how has the team started, but how do you feel like the guys entered the fall prepared for this season?
Yeah, I think we've had a really good summer. I think some of the tweaks that Chuck Losey and the strength staff have made, I think our guys have embraced that. I think getting some of those veterans back, some whether they're fifth-year players or some of them even six-year players with the COVID year. I think we got a really good balance of experienced veterans and young, exciting freshmen. And we're going to need that. We're going to need their leadership very early on, and hopefully some other guys can step into that role. But summer workouts have gone really well. I know the guys are physically confident and mentally confident, based on their approach. Year 2 with Coach Yursich, I think that's been helpful for us as well. And Manny's come in and done a really good job on the defensive side of the ball. So we've been flying around, having fun, making plays. We're going to continue to build on it.
You talked about some bigger issues in college football and also the roster at a bigger scale at your press conference moments ago. So as you enter camp, what have you prioritized, and then what will you continue to emphasize here over the next couple of weeks?
Well, the good thing is we're at the 85 scholarships, which, with the new, again, model, that can be challenging to get to 85. So, I think that's good as we're in a position that we're maximizing our roster right now. But besides that, I just think, the way the guys are working, the way they're working together, we got some guys that we call run-ons here. Some of the guys that fill out the rest of the 110, and then once camp starts, we'll be able to get up to 121. There's some of those guys that I think are going to factor in. We've had some great stories over the year, whether it's Drew Hartlob or Dan Chisena, and I think those guys are going to have the ability to help us and impact. And then some of the new faces that we've gotten to know, but maybe the fans haven't had a chance, and some of the transfer portal guys, similar to how AK impacted our team last year.
How exciting has it been to see a guy, whether it's Hunter Norzad or Chop Robinson, Mitch Tinsley, as now they ingratiate themselves into the program and actually get to see them on the field when maybe they didn't have that opportunity in the spring?
Yeah, I think that's been really important. We're not a program that's going to live and die in the transfer portal like some programs are doing. We're going to go into that to solve specific needs that we have. You look at Mitch Tinsley and the amount of production that he's had in college football already. He's a mature guy. He's a smart guy. He's a dependable guy. I think he's going to have a good year for us. Hunter Norzad, one of the more athletic big men we have in our program, has come in and really embraced it. But like you've heard me say in the past, the closer you are to the ball, the bigger the transition is, whether it's from a high school student athlete or whether it's from a transfer student. And then Chop Robinson at the defensive end position having the juice and athleticism to cause some issues for the quarterbacks, just like we're hoping that Adisa Isaac and Nick Tarbert and a bunch of those guys will do. But they've all fit in really well. It'll be interesting to see how they continue to get themselves, integrated into our program.
I'm glad you mentioned that transition and how difficult it can be for a freshman coming in, especially. How have you seen the freshmen, because you had a big group of them here in the spring, how have they transitioned from the spring, the strides they've made throughout the summer, and now as they start the fall? Yeah,
again, college football has changed, and we're able to have more meetings with them. We're able to have more practices with them. It used to be very hands-off in the summer. They were here all summer with the strength staff training and working out and watching film on their own. But the rule changes have allowed us to really coach them more. So I do think it puts players in better position to impact early. I do think this class, there's probably more players in this freshman class that I think have a chance to impact, whether it's they're more physically developed or more mentally developed, or whatever it may be. There's a larger group of guys, and the number of mid-semester grads continues to rise. We were averaging probably about 5 or 6 a year, and now the number's between 10 and 14 guys a year.
I know you talked about this inside in the media room a couple minutes ago, but how does Manny Diaz's personality and his goals fit with the personnel and the scheme already in place and what you want to accomplish defensively?
I think really well. I mean, that's one of the big reasons why we hired him, right? There was a similar philosophy already there. But like we talked about in the press conference, the team takes on what you emphasize, and Manny's done a really good job of emphasizing turnovers in practice every single day, and I just see us getting our hands on more balls, whether that is stripping or punching at a ball to create a fumble, whether it's intercepting the ball or getting your hands on a pass, which creates a tipped ball, which obviously creates opportunities for the second man in to get the interception. So I think that's been a real positive for us.
What's your routine like this time of year? Do you play the fight song on the alarm clock too?
No. I try to keep my routine as regimented as possible, and I usually get to the point where I wake up before the alarm clock goes off, but usually get in here about 5:50, 5:45, 5:50, and just kind of take on what the day presents. But usually those first couple hours allow me to get organized and what needs to happen. I'm a morning guy anyway, so that helps.
Does the structure of the preseason change at all, opening on a Thursday, or does that just bump it up a few days?
Yeah, it just bumps up a few days, and then obviously our normal game week leading into it, for us it will be the same. But obviously we'll treat Thursday as a Saturday and then count back the normal schedule from there. But our guys understand that. And to be honest with you, during camp, nobody knows what week it is, what day of the week it is anyway, because you're working every single day. So it's the day of the week that we tell them that it is.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll let you get out of the sun. Have a cold tub ready for me after this.
Always great to see you.
All right, thanks, Coach.